Have you ever found yourself sabotaging your own happiness or feeling undeserving of joyful moments? It might seem counterintuitive, but it's more common than you might think. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic: the fear of happiness. Yes, you heard it right. Some people are actually afraid of being happy. Recognizing this fear is the first step towards overcoming it. In this exploration, we'll unpack 5 key themes that will help you identify and understand this fear. We'll discuss how some of us sabotage our own success, fear disappointment, feel guilty about being happier than others, associate happiness with complacency, and struggle with a lack of self-worth, all of which can prevent us from embracing joy. These are profound and complex issues, but don't worry. We'll break them down in a way that's meaningful, relatable, and hopefully transformative. So, are you ready to confront your fears? Stay tuned as we delve into these signs and explore how you can overcome your fear of happiness. One major sign that you might fear happiness is if you find yourself sabotaging your own success. Ever notice how you might be close to achieving something great, and then suddenly you're throwing hurdles in your own path? This could be in your career, relationships, or personal ambitions. It's like a part of you is afraid to cross the finish line. But why? The answer often lies deep within our psyche. Some of us carry around the belief that we don't deserve success, or that happiness is a reward we haven't earned. You might find yourself procrastinating on crucial tasks or pulling away from relationships as they become more serious. This self-sabotage is a protective mechanism, a way to avoid the perceived threat of happiness. But here's the good news. Recognizing these self-sabotaging patterns is the first step towards breaking free from them. You're not alone in this, and with understanding and effort, you can learn to embrace your success and the happiness that comes with it. Another sign is the fear of disappointment, where happiness is seen as a precursor to pain. It's like waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're basking in happiness one moment, and the next, you're bracing yourself for an impending disaster. This fear is often rooted in past experiences, where periods of joy were quickly overshadowed by disappointment. It's a protective mechanism, your mind's way of cushioning the blow of potential future heartbreak. But living in constant anticipation of disappointment robs you of the chance to fully enjoy the present. So how can you break this cycle? Start by acknowledging that happiness and disappointment are not two sides of the same coin. Life is a mix of highs and lows, but one does not necessarily lead to the other. Practice embracing joy without anticipating a downfall. It's a process that takes time, but it's worth the effort. Remember, not every joyous moment has to be followed by disappointment. Do you ever feel guilty for being happier than others around you? It's a common sentiment, particularly when we perceive others to be suffering or less fortunate. This guilt can prevent us from truly embracing our happiness. It's as if we're carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders, feeling as though our joy somehow invalidates the struggles of others. But let's clear something up. It doesn't. Your happiness is not a zero-sum game. It doesn't take away from anyone else's experience. It's important to strike a balance, to be empathetic to others' circumstances without allowing it to overshadow your own joy. It's entirely possible to recognize and respect the hardships of others, while also allowing yourself to experience happiness. Remember, your emotions are your own, and they are valid. You're entitled to your happiness just as much as anyone else. And guess what? You being happy might just inspire those around you to seek their own joy. So let's put it plainly. Your happiness does not diminish the struggles of others. Does happiness scare you because you think it'll make you complacent? This is a common misconception that can deter us from embracing joy. Some of us associate happiness with the end of progress, as if reaching a state of contentment means we'll lose our drive to strive for more. But let's challenge this notion. True happiness doesn't make us complacent. Instead, it can serve as a powerful motivator. When we're genuinely happy, we're energized, we're inspired. We're more likely to pursue our passions, to set and achieve new goals. Happiness doesn't mean we stop growing. On the contrary, it can be the very fuel that propels our growth. So, let's redefine our relationship with happiness. Let's view it not as an end state, but as a source of energy, a springboard that launches us towards our aspirations. Remember, true happiness fuels your passion and drive. It doesn't extinguish it. Lastly, a lack of self-worth can be a deep-rooted barrier to allowing yourself to experience happiness. It's like a wall built brick by brick with negative self-perceptions and beliefs that you're not deserving of joy. It's easy to let these bricks pile up, creating a formidable barrier that happiness just can't seem to scale. But what if we could dismantle this wall? What if we could replace these bricks of self-doubt with a foundation of self-esteem? Well, we can. It starts with reflection, with understanding the negative beliefs that hold us back. Once identified, we can challenge them head-on. Strategies for building self-esteem can be as simple as practicing positive affirmations, reminding yourself of your worth and achievements. Seeking therapy can provide a safe space to explore these issues further. Small, achievable goals can also boost your confidence, proving to yourself that you are capable and deserving. Remember, you are deserving of happiness and joy. In summary, fear of happiness is a common but not insurmountable obstacle. We've navigated through the realm of self-sabotage, where success is often undermined by our own hands, driven by deep-seated beliefs of unworthiness. We've delved into the fear of disappointment, where happiness is seen as a precursor to pain, and how breaking this cycle involves learning to trust in the stability of joyful moments. We've also touched upon guilt associated with being happier than others, and the misconception that happiness leads to complacency. Remember, your happiness doesn't invalidate others' struggles, and it can, in fact, be a source of energy and inspiration. Lastly, we've addressed the lack of self-worth as a fundamental barrier to embracing joy, and shared strategies to build your self-esteem. We invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Remember, the journey to embracing happiness starts with a single step.